All right, welcome to Steele the Show with Martin Mush and Justin Steele. The fellas are back. Sunday night baseball, fucking freaking winner. I'm gonna try and not curse this episode, and I'm gonna tell you why after the episode.
What's going well?
Yep, it was a tough start. Sometimes my F word is my you know,
Yeah,
it's but I can't know what I'm going to say next. Usually it just comes out.
yeah.
But steal the show. Uh Fantastic start
Thank
against
you.
the Cardinals. You guys had a great series besides one game. We're going to You know what? I want to ask you probably got to ask Nico and Pete. Are they saying different words? Are they saying ball? One saying ball, one saying I got it. Is that the difference? Are you guys all on the same Are you on the same track there? The same mental waves?
Yeah, I mean, we're all on the same page and reading the same book.
Is it I
So
got it or ball?
I think ball can sometimes be misinterpreted, with the different languages that are in our game. I think I got it is usually the preferred term for players, but sometimes it's in no man's land, and
That's a bad
there's
land.
there's a few people that think they got it, and it ends up falling.
And you also
It's just
don't want to
baseball.
get you don't want to get smoked either. Like you don't want to get hit by your guy running in
No,
fast for it.
no, we've seen bad injuries happen like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that drop did could have swept the Cardinals, but hey, three out of four for the Cardinals is a
It's good.
great start. How'd you feel on Sunday? Did it feel does it feel any different when it's Sunday night baseball?
Yeah, there's a little more energy to it for sure. I mean, Wrigley's always packed and jumping, so it's like as far as that goes, there's not much difference. But as far as the teams and like in between innings when you're warming up, like you got to take more time in between innings. Like they're doing their commercials that they have to air and whatnot. So there's like a few small differences that you notice in like during the game. But as far as energy, like you can like definitely feel a little bit more energy like throughout the game just because it's Sunday night baseball and it's nationally broadcasted.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool to I don't know, everyone's watching it that day. It's even the casual fans will turn it on, and you are pitching. I also noticed on Sunday Night Baseball you shaved your mustache. Was it because Mikolas was that his name? Mikolas, the other guy, has a stronger one,
No,
and you were
no.
nervous about that?
So I originally shaved for a bagel reasoning. I didn't
Yeah.
want that was the original reason I shaved. And then I pitched a few times with the mustache, and that guy sucked. So I was like,
Oh,
it's
you
gone.
did. Yeah, I forgot you did.
Yeah.
That was the
S
last start. Before that was the.
This was the first start, like clean, like nothing.
So you're clean now.
I mean, it's already grown back a little bit, but like when it was just the mustache, whoever that guy was, he sucked. He sucked. I don't know who that was.
My first thought when I saw Mikolas and I saw you, I was like, "Oh, was he intimidated by that big ass mustache he
No,
had?"
no.
The mustache guy was Jason Steele, not Justin Steele.
Yeah, Jason Steele stunk.
um, you're at what now? 106 innings?
108 through 18
108?
starts.
Not bad. That's
Uh,
pretty damn good.
yep. Thank
How's
you.
the arm? Arm feel good?
Arm feels great. It actually felt last start was probably one of my better feeling outings of the year. I had some 94s. Was holding my velocity throughout the outing. Never really got tired. I'm in a good
And
spot.
clean first inning.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like is the as a pitcher, that's to me the biggest thing. That first inning is a real could be a real bitch.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't put too much emphasis like on like what inning. Like I tried just to like treat every inning the same, but
Bro, I
the,
think you're
the
out there and you could tell you couldn't tell anyone the day. You're just like I'm gonna get this guy out. That's I feel
yeah,
like what
that,
your
that
mentality.
that's definitely my mentality. The thing is like with the first inning, like sometimes it's like the first at bat ends up being like a long one. Guy ends up working a 3-2 count, and like it's either like it comes down to one pitch. It's either going to be like a foul ball, an out, or a walk. Like and like it's a three outcome kind of deal, and it's like first at bat of the game, it could either go like really good or really bad. You're either runner on with nobody out immediately, or you got one out and you're kind of cruising, regardless of if you just threw 10 to 15 pitches or not. But it's just yeah, you're right. Like the first inning can like completely swing the game whichever way. Like I remember an outing earlier this year where it was first pitch of the game. It might have been the Angels. It was the Angels when I threw a complete game. First pitch of the game was a line drive that would have been a double down the line, but Mastrobuoni like dove, made a great play. Like if that gets down the line, like who's to say like that outing is like it could have been a four, like just a regular 4 or 5 inning outing, or like could have gone like anyway, but like
Yeah.
he makes that play, I go on to throw a complete game. Like that's like those are the reasons like why baseball is so awesome. Like
No, 100%. Because that also in that first inning for the other team, if that's a double, it almost people don't realize this. I feel like, but like it gives the offense confidence too. It's like, oh,
yeah,
we're on
100%.
this guy in the first inning. If you have a dominant 12 pitch first inning, it's like, oh, all right, we might be screwed today. Like you don't.
Yeah.
It's like baseball is 90% mental sometimes. So it's like because it's the most negative game there is. So
I would say it's 98% mental once you get to the big leagues.
yeah, because you're
Yeah,
talented
everyone
to do
here
it.
is like got the talent to do it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, speaking of that, your next start could potentially be on a 25 game losing streak. I have to ask you this because obviously it's the craziest thing that's happening. They're on a 21 game losing streak at the moment, the White Sox. That's your next start. If they don't lose by then, would that mess with you at all or no?
If they don't win, you mean?
Yeah, if they're on the streak, like you're pitching them, and it's now how many games would that be, Phil? It'd be 25 at that point.
Uh, it would be 23 going into Friday night, which the
Uh,
23 would be the
24.
long.
Justin will be on Saturday.
Oh, okay, that was Friday. Well, yeah, 24, which that would be the longest streak since like 1900. Like,
That's insane.
I mean, it sucks. I mean, you feel for like the players that are in the locker room and stuff. Like nobody wants to be a part of something like that, especially like
No.
when it's being covered the way it is, and like people are making it out to be like history and whatnot and stuff. Like you, as a player, you just kind of don't want to be a part of that, but obviously it has to be covered.
Has to.
Yeah.
It has to. It's just something it's you don't see it because baseball is also usually one of those sports where it's like you truly think that, like last year, we always say this: if the Chiefs and Panthers played 10 times, the Chiefs are winning 10 times last year. They just are in most
Uh,
cases.
any
I don't
given
know.
Sunday.
Chiefs
Any
weren't that good in
given
the regular
Sunday.
season.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday, I feel like goes for baseball, where it's like baseball. I truly think, and you put a 7 game series in front of a lot of people. Sometimes the more dominant team doesn't always win. It happens in the playoffs all the time. Like last year, it happened to the Diamondbacks beating the Dodgers wasn't supposed to happen. You know, that's why 21
But
in a row is insane.
correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Diamondbacks play the Dodgers really well during the regular season?
Couldn't
I
tell.
could I could be wrong, but
That's a real question.
I believe the Diamondbacks played the Dodgers pretty well during the regular season. I could be wrong. But yeah, I
Phil,
mean, playoff baseball is kind of all about like who's hot at the right time.
yeah.
The D-backs were 5-8 versus the Dodgers, so it really
Sorry,
came out of nowhere.
wrong, wrong.
And I mean, but it also comes down to pitching mostly too.
Yeah.
Like they had what's his name? Fat, the third pitcher that came out of nowhere last year
Yeah.
for the Diamondbacks, and like obviously Gallen and Kelly were insane. But yeah, no, it's baseball's could be a real bitch.
You could also play a team in April, and then next thing you know, come like July, they're like an entirely different team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like you guys making basically one move and you got Lighter. Also, it was funny you talked about Lighter. Like him talking about getting traded and he gets actually traded to the Yankees. By the way,
I hope he got compensated fairly.
thank you very much for him, by the way. I want to thank you and the Cubs organization for Mark Leiter Jr. because he is fantastic. He is awesome out there. The day he got traded, he pitched for the Yankees.
And he went back-to-back days.
Yeah, he pitched great, and
Night game and then day game.
yeah, we're gonna use the shit out of him because he's awesome. He's screaming after. He's been in huge situations too, and also him without a beard looks even crazier.
It looks weird.
It looks weird, but it's awesome.
So how did you
I'm
guys
glad
find
you're
out about
enjoying him.
that?
Oh, I'm glad. I'm really thank you for the.
One of my good friends.
Did you guys like all see the passing tweet at the same time, and that's how you all found out?
I was pitching that day. I saw the tweet. I wasn't at the field yet, so I like just sent him a text saying like, probably won't be able to see you today, but best of luck. Da da da. The whole nine.
If he wants me to show him around, get him a nice dinner, I know the places. Whatever he needs, Mark, you come to me.
Why don't you try reaching out to him? I'm sure he'll get back to you.
No, he won't. I followed him on Instagram. I got nothing. I followed him on Instagram after he shut down when he killed it in that like 10th inning of that extra inning game, and
Oh, that's what it took for you to follow him?
yeah.
He's thinking you're a bandwagon guy. He's thinking you're a bandwagon.
This is your prove it moment. He earned a pinstripe that day.
Okay.
That's how Yankees fans go about their guys. Each appearance is, do you deserve a pinstripe today?
Gotcha.
And by the way, he has them. But yeah, you pitched. Did you think that ball was getting out? By the way, I didn't think it was getting out.
Off the bat, I mean, I knew it was hit well. It was hit like 100 or like 100 point something off the bat, so I knew it was hit decently well. I knew the wind was blowing out, so I knew it had a chance off the bat. And then like once I turned around and saw it flying through the air, I kind of saw it like catch another gear and get a little lifty, and I was like, it's probably gonna get out.
What's with the walks? You never walk people.
Guys are putting together at bats, fouling pitches off.
Your slider though, that was the most I've seen you throw your slider a ton because it was working. Obviously, it was working.
Yeah.
Mostly strike. Is that a game by game type of thing? Your fastball is mostly always going to be there. What would you say your second pitch is?
Definitely my slider.
Slider, no matter what.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was working more than usual on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it's like game to game. Like different games, I'm gonna have more feel for the slider, landing it for a strike, throwing it for chase. Same thing with my four seam, like putting it outside, putting it inside. I would say that's probably the main thing is just like my four seam command. Not even like commanding it. It's just like the movement hasn't been as consistent lately as it has been early on in the season. So just kind of trying to dial that in, get it more on a consistent pattern so it's easier to command.
And my last question about pitching right now is, do you have a relationship with these umpires? Not a relationship, I'm not saying like your boys or whatever. Like, do you think they go off like of body language or at one point, or are you talking to them after the game like, oh, is it right there like that? Like I always wonder about with umpires.
Yeah, I talked to them. Like obviously they check me in between and before innings and stuff. So I'm just like, hey, how's it going? How you doing today? Just like small talk. And then if there's a pitch in the inning that I thought was close, I'll just be like, you got that out, you got that down, like where you got that, da 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 da.
Have they ever admitted they were wrong to you?
Not to me. They'll admit it to the catcher, and then the catcher will tell me. I've seen it happen though.
That's like a conversation like, hey, keep this between us. And like, obviously, you're going to tell your wife,
Yeah.
Like, I'm obviously going to go tell my boy that you just said this.
Yeah.
I always don't know if I like when umpires admit things. I'd rather them just be like, just don't tell me that because then I'm just thinking about, well, I wish you didn't do that,
Yeah.
Hey, Phil, does your door open all the way?
What door?
Your door to your bedroom?
Yeah, why?
All the way? It opens completely?
Well, it doesn't because I have a dresser like in the way.
So it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? You can't even see a dresser in the shot.
No, I know. We saw you go out the door at first, and the door squeezing by,
I mean, it's the same door I've had for like 20 years, so.
Phil, I'm going to be in Queens tomorrow.
Okay.
He's fired. He's fired up about it.
Doing what?
I'm going to this guy's house that does TikToks. You guys ever see the TikTok?
That sounds electric.
No, it is electric to be honest.
Going to a guy's house that does TikToks.
Yes, it's so funny. Did you ever see the guy where his wife? He's like 70 years old, 65. His wife brings some food in the pool, and he's starting to chew. He goes, that's fantastic. Give me 14 of them.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
I'm going to that guy's pool tomorrow.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you're going to that guy. You're going to that guy?
To that guy's house in his pool, and his wife's making us lasagna. It's so stupid, this job, but I find that guy so funny. Oh, that's fantastic. Give me 14 of them.
I don't care what's in it. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Marty needs to get back to his roots. He used to just do that like every day. Would just find the most fucking random people who like had one viral video and then
just
like
go.
have them on.
Yeah, I would have him on my show.
Yeah, that was like his old show basically.
It was awesome. One day I'm gonna have to show you my. I had a show where I would just have guests on, and one week was like Patrick Schwarzenegger, Trey Turner.
Marty, how many shows
like
do
a
you
Joey
and
Chestnut, like a fucking like
It was a lot.
How
the
many-
most random people of all time?
how many shows do you and have you done?
Oh, a lot have gotten canceled. A
Are we
lot.
counting Fraud and Order?
Fraud and Order is still a good show. I did Walk the Line. It was with me and Brandon Walker. Then Walker left to go to Chicago, so it was Marty, Jerry, and Terry. And then it went to Mush the Line. And then those are the only like live shows that I've gotten canceled. Oh no, another podcast, Barstool Bench Mob, that was canceled. Yeah, no, I've struggled on that front. Hey,
I'll
hopefully-
give you
hopefully this one's
credit.
going.
What was it? Making a Gambler. That one was a banger.
That was a good show.
That was a very,
successful
very,
show.
very good show.
Hey, my Marty verse is successful. I actually got sponsors
Good show.
for it, which
Good
is
show.
great. Speaking of, I think I'm facing Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz on Monday and Tuesday.
That's sick. Make sure you warm up, please.
The thing is, when I did the baseball, I didn't take a swing before any of those at bats.
Yeah, but I would say baseball is a little different in this sense. Like when I watched the football video, I could tell that you hadn't been moving in quite some time. Like the core wasn't activated. You seem shaky. Like you got to be loose. Like maybe get like a week of preparation of like going outside, moving every day, running around.
Yeah.
Just so like you're used to it, because like I could tell he was a little shaky. Baseball's a little different. Like you just step in the box, you can just like put the bat on the ball.
I hope you also.
I just made
know-
hitting sound way too easy. It's
You
way harder
did.
than that. It's way harder than that. But
I
I'm
get what
just
you
saying.
mean, though. You don't have to
Yeah.
run around.
Yeah, you don't have to run around.
You just got to make sure that you're like stretched out a little bit.
Yeah. Especially with tennis.
Yeah, tennis is a lot, and I've never played tennis, so it's going to be tough.
You can like really hurt yourself playing tennis.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. Also, I've been scouting you, by the way. Every time you pitch, I know exactly what I'm going to do to you this off season.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna get a hit. I know exactly what's going to be coming.
Everybody knows what's coming out there. Four seams and sliders
Yeah, we're gonna listen. That's
with the occasional changeup.
when your changeup gets going. That's a nice changeup right there.
It's useful. It
It's
can be
not-
useful.
It's nice right there. That's gonna be a fantastic. I just can't. When I'm in the box against you, it's gonna be like my World Series. It's gonna be the best thing ever. You're definitely doing it, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely doing it, and I'm not worried about it. You're not.
I know that you've been thinking about it.
I promise you, I haven't.
You liked my I know seams.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. Did you hear that from somebody?
No, that's what I say.
It's what you say. You came up with that? Is that a
Yeah,
Marty Mush trademark?
yes, I'm a seams Noah.
I've never heard that. That's actually pretty catchy. I actually kind of like that.
You like that, Phil?
Yeah, you also use I know diamond.
Yeah, I know Diamond as well.
That's referring to baseball. I don't like that one as much.
Yeah, no, seams is better.
Seems is
Speaking of
better.
that tweet has over 5 million views of me just saying Aaron Judge is the best hitter we've seen in our lifetime. If any person says frickin' Tony Gwynn one more time, get out of my face. Aaron Judge is a better hitter than Tony Gwynn. It's just what it is. Oh, he doesn't strike out a lot, Tony Gwynn. Good for you, Tony. Aaron Judge is hitting bombs every day.
I don't even know if I definitely don't agree. I would say Barry Bonds, but like everybody in your replies acting like Aaron Judge is a bum is like the craziest thing of all time. Like he's gonna hit 60 home runs 2 years in a row, and he won an MVP.
I mean, yeah,
like-
if he kept doing what he's doing like the past 2 years, if he did that over 10 years, he would it's the best hitter of all time.
Yeah,
There's
he's
one guy that said Robin.
unbelievable.
One guy said Robin Yount, who last played in 1993. Like,
Come on. Actually, good question for you, Justin. Have you seen Judge has been getting walked with like nobody on, 2 outs, and like all the time? What's your thoughts on that? Would you be pissed as a pitcher about that? Obvious, or would you be like challenge him?
If there's nobody on, I would. I mean, I don't think I would walk him. I don't think my pitching coach or manager would tell me to walk him either. I think I would just try to get him out. I mean, I do a pretty good job of keeping the ball in the yard. I, would give him a go. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would think you would want, and like,
yeah, especially nobody on. I mean,
nobody on.
If this situationally, if there's a runner on like second and third and 2 outs, like doesn't make sense to face him. Like put him on and face the next guy.
Yes, 100%. But they're walking him with nobody on.
Yeah, nobody.
Michael K said that they should try to have a rule to limit the amount of intentional walks a player could have in a game. And I think there's an easy workaround around that, so they just don't throw him a strike anyway.
Yeah, you could just do it. That's just stupid.
Yeah,
that's what the Yankees should do is bat Judge second and put Soto third. So if you're walking him, you're getting Juan Soto up next.
No, bat him leadoff.
Or leadoff, yeah. The problem is, though, Juan Soto gets on base all the time for Judge to get up with the guy on base. But now, I just think at least put him first or second and have Soto behind him. So they're
maybe have Soto lead off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the problem. That's the Yankees are a whole nother thing. They're in first place though, which is good. How's the vibe been since the trade deadline? Has everyone kind of?
Yeah, vibe's been good. I think everybody's kind of glad that it's over. I think everybody was kind of tired of talking about it and hearing about it as far as like media in the locker room and stuff. I mean, nothing against them. They're just doing their jobs, but just hearing about it every day, every time you open up social media, it's all you see. And different names being tossed around, friends and whatnot. So it's good that it's over and it's past us.
That's what I was going to say. It's kind of wild when, yes, it's their job. It's my job. It's our job on the show.
I guess you could say it's my job.
It's your job to do it as well. But you basically are talking to somebody like, hey, are you worried about you getting traded? It's like, you're basically asking me, do I want to move my entire family and life to another city and on a day's notice?
And pitch back-to-back days.
And pitch back-to-back days and like not know where I'm going to live. And I have to worry about that and also do my job. And yeah, no, I'm feeling good about it. Jeff,
yep.
whatever's name the person's coming like. It's insane. It was funny to hear Tommy Pham on Sunday Night Baseball too. He's like, they were asking him how he found out he got traded, and it was like, yeah, Jesse Rogers told me. Oh, I saw on Twitter. I was like, that's crazy.
I don't think it should be that way.
No, it should not. You should get at least
like it should be well, this goes back to the conversation we had last time. I think it's a Zoom call, like, or a open Zoom call that just stays open all the time, and like people just have access to it, and
Yeah.
that's how people are able to find out stuff first. Because like I don't think it should be media finding out before the player. It should go like owners, GM, agent, player, then media.
Yes, 100%. I don't know why you tell the media so fast. I don't get that.
I don't get it. I
What
really
good
don't. I
does it-
don't. I don't
what good does it
know.
do?
I don't know if does any other sport work that way.
Yeah, no, every sport now, like even I told the story before, but I
Every
remember,
sport, like media finds out first.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, like
Basketball's huge.
Terrence
That's-
Ross. I remember.
I don't agree with that.
Me neither. I was taking a shit, and Terrence Ross FaceTimed me, and he was like, "Bro, did I just get traded?" And I was like, "What? I don't know." And he's like, "Check on Twitter. Everyone's tweeting things," and like that's how they find out, and that's how football, basketball, baseball, everyone finds out. It's insane.
If there's one thing I could change about the sports world, that'd be
I
that.
don't get what the good it does for the organization to tell the media first. I just don't get it. Or they're finding it, or there's people that are like, their sources like, well, this is why
Well, that's why,
Bill
because
needs
there's
to talk to our friend and bring him on the show.
there's like
I've
so
been-
much weight, and like people care so much about being the first to report something. That's where it stems from. Like
And
that's
I will say it's pretty exhilarating breaking news. As a man who's done it before, it is pretty fun. But when you're wrong, ooh, Bobo, it's bad. I said that Blake Snell was going to the Yankees. Wasn't good for me. Wasn't good.
But I mean, you're not Jesse Rogers or Jeff
Exactly.
Passan.
If you
or-
believe Marty Mush, you're an idiot. So it's
Yeah.
I get well. If Jeff Passan, who's the one that got the Judge thing wrong?
John Heyman.
Yeah, John Heyman said Aaron Judge going on the Giants, and
John Morosi said Otani to the Blue Jays.
yeah, an hour later he goes to the Yankees. It's like your credibility is pretty much gone.
I
Yeah.
also just think, like, from a human standpoint, like how fucking lazy I am. Like, even if you have all the money and everything in a contract, it's like, fuck, I have to buy a new house in a
Yeah.
new city. Like,
Yeah,
that's such a
furniture.
bitch to do.
Yeah, you got to learn your new food
Like,
spots. and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I have to just like all of that shit. I would be so fucking annoyed by that.
Yeah, 100%. I know that's exactly. It's just people's lives that were
That's
like,
why Liam didn't do it.
yeah, that's why Liam didn't make it to the league.
Yeah, no. Exactly. I have actually lived at the same apartment for like 5 years for this exact reason.
But yeah, it's a wild. Yeah, what's your excuse, Phil?
I was sick like all week, so I didn't really. I didn't
Yeah,
even know if I
you
was going
can't-
on this pod
You can't text someone when you're sick.
You didn't know if you were
on
going to
short
make it
notice.
to the pod.
No. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I got like maybe like 30 minutes of sleep all weekend.
I'm
I thought I was
sorry.
gonna
That sounds
die.
awful.
Yeah.
He's a child. That's why. Go to sleep. When you're
I'm
sick,
already-
go to sleep.
I couldn't sleep because I was coughing all night.
I was going to catch Marty's first pitch, sick as a dog, but they
Yeah.
told me I had to leave.
Justin literally was throwing up everywhere, and he was going to go catch my first pitch. You weren't going to be able to show up to the podcast. You couldn't get to
Yeah.
the bed to your chair.
You hear my voice right now. Like it's been brutal.
I can't wait.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen or heard someone more sick in my life. Phil. I think you're that sick.
What's it called? Yeah, so you're gonna ask. I want your job. We need a guest next episode. We need a guest. One of us has to get one. Your teammates, I'm just gonna start yelling at them. Justin,
Yeah, who do you want?
anyone, honestly, anyone from the starting lineup and the starting rotation, anyone.
I'll ask around today.
And
You know,
Phil,
I think Shota would be great. I think Shota is who I should get.
I think you should get Shota. I would love to talk to Shota because he is also. He got that one lady that's always taking like your guys' pictures or
Yeah, yeah.
a Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah.
coffee. Just a nice guy,
Mike,
Mike.
great guy.
And Phil, you're gonna text Jeff Passan.
Yep. I'll be sure of it.
All right, I love
Yeah.
that. Um, I'm looking at our list and I see Phil said people get really rude in the Instagram comments when Justin gives
Oh,
runs. Rare occurrence.
well, yeah, you don't give
It
up
is a
any
rare
runs.
occurrence. It is a very rare occurrence, but
I
it's
agree. I
funny.
totally agree with this. Like,
Crazy.
even if I don't like, I'll have a good outing, but not strike out the world. And I come back and like my Instagram, even my Twitter sometimes is just full of hate. And it's like, thought I did good.
Bro, it's like, yeah, you come off of Sunday Night Baseball, 6 2/3, 2 runs. Uh, as anyone would take, literally anyone in the world would take that's an amazing outing. People are like, I can't believe he gave up a fucking home run. I can't, all this. It's like,
Well,
what is happening? Also,
one guy,
it's
one
like
guy said,
like Paul Skeens like gave up 2 runs the other day. Everyone's like, oh, he got hit around. It's like,
It's like, what?
one guy said you should be fed garbage because that's what you are. One of the worst pitchers in baseball right now.
Wow.
You 6
Isn't
2/3, 2 runs.
but
That's pretty
also
good.
it makes me feel, in a way, as a guy who has gotten probably 40x the hate of most people on the internet.
More.
Maybe 80x. Yeah, maybe 80x. I realize that nothing is real. These people tweeting and stuff, because even when I say some shit sometimes,
Like, did someone actually type that, or was it a bot algorithm, whatever? Or did someone actually like
hey,
send?
there is allegations on there's a website you can pay to have people troll for you. It's insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Is it
I didn't know
that?
that was I think it's both. I also think that I want to know what they're doing when they're tweeting and when they say that. Are they just eating a sandwich at the same time? They're like, this will be funny. Like, that'd be fine with that if that's how it is.
I'm not fine with that. It never crosses my mind like to blame an athlete. Like,
We're talking to the guy on the guy on the show does this.
So I'll
I do not do that at the players.
Yes, you do.
I never at players and
You
say
never-
they stink.
You say their names on.
I thought you
Twitter.
did. I thought you did
Oh.
something with Hosmer.
You did to Hosmer.
Okay, I did the Hosmer. That doesn't count.
You did to Glass now too.
I didn't add him though. I tweeted his name.
Oh my
I
god!
didn't add him.
That's worse. I'd rather
How
you.
is that worse?
I'd rather
I
you
was subtweet.
use subtweeting's worse than talking shit to someone's face.
I disagree.
What? What?
I have one that's the opposite. I think I was texting during this game, but when you pitched the complete game, so I went with my family. We went to this like beach town in Massachusetts, and my sister and my mom were at these like stores they're going to, whatever. Me and my dad, we just go to a bar, and during the day, you're on the TV, you're starting. We watch all 9 innings, probably drank like 10 beers at this bar.
Hell yeah! I
That's
love
like-
that. I love that.
He's like, this is the best pitcher of all time. Like, that's the only game I think he's ever watched of you.
He's like, who is this guy? He's real good.
Yeah, I was like, I do a podcast with this guy. He's like, this guy's fucking awesome.
You know what's funny, dude? Justin, Sunday Night Baseball was happening. I was watching with Rhea, and I just get a text from my dad. It's just your face on the screen, no words. I'm like, yep, that's him. Like, I don't know why. It's such a dad thing to do. It's
yeah,
like,
that is a
just
bad
taking a
thing to
picture
do.
of your TV, expecting, like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's Justin.
Yep, that's
So-
him doing his thing.
Dude, I got one recently, and my dad was like, I got new shoes, and he sent me the angle that he sent me the shoes. It was like the inside of the shoes, basically. Like from the back, I like couldn't even describe it. I was like, I don't know what the shoes look like.
That's hilarious.
What is it called? And lastly, anything else? Anything else go on? Anything funny in the clubhouse happening? Anything with the Cubs? Anything good happening before we move on?
No, nothing crazy. I mean, we kind of have like this thing going on, like, dogs. Like if somebody does something cool, we just, call them a dog. Just make sure we were just making sure that like we're giving everybody their credit when it's due, make sure we're picking each other up. Just small things.
Who does each year when you get a hit or a double? Does it change the signal? Because
Yeah,
this year
it-
it's this.
It changes all the time, and half the time I don't know what it is for the day, and I'm just like,
You're doing whatever they do. Yeah.
yeah, good job.
And then the last thing we got on here, you getting a little ready for football or what? Oh,
I'm
wait, tonight.
very ready for football.
Tonight, there's a possibility. I would say probably a 60% chance, maybe higher for Justin, maybe an 8. I'd say I'm putting myself at a 4% chance that will be on Hard Knocks.
Mm.
Yeah, I signed a waiver.
Me and Justin did sign a waiver to be on Hard Knocks.
Yes.
When Cole Kmet came.
Shout out Cole Kmet. I have a sick blue shimmer numbered to 25 rookie prism autograph of his. And I made sure I told him that when I met him. I was like, hey, you're a dog. I have a sick autograph of yours. You're the man. Hey, shook my hand, by the way. Huge hand.
Yeah,
That's-
that thing is ginormous.
He's huge. Big guy.
But yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance we're on there, which would be fantastic. Your best quarterback on your team is not the starter. I can tell you that. Spencer Rattler is going to be an unbelievable quarterback for the Saints.
Nah, no comment. I'm
Yeah.
not commenting on that.
Yes, he is. He's going to.
I don't like to comment about the Saints. I don't want any Saints
upset.
personnel. I don't want any Saints personnel people because I love the Saints and I'm very passionate about the Saints.
I know
and
you will, and that's why I like to. I like
I,
it.
I have my opinion, so I'm just gonna hold them to myself because I don't want to piss anyone off, and I want to be in good graces.
Let
with
me
the New
tell you
Orleans.
something.
I want to be in good graces with the Saints.
All right, so you could talk shit about other teams. You're saying.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we'll see about the Bears tonight. Hard Knocks. Hopefully, we're on it. That'd be pretty funny if we were on it.
is that tonight? I've never watched any Hard Knocks. I don't even know where it airs. What like
HBO.
okay.
HBO. I think 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and I don't know if we'll be on tonight. I don't know like when that would become, but it's the first episode's tonight. They do I think 5 episodes.
Gotcha.
I'll
have to watch.
But yeah, let's get to our rankings here. So to rankings, we're doing all.
Before we go on, I just want to have one thing on the Saints. I've trolled Michael Thomas on Twitter before. I just want to get that out there. I had a viral tweet like years ago that he retweeted, and I changed my display name to 4 catches for 36 yards to troll him for the Rams NFC title game.
Let me ask you a question. What does that do? Does it make you feel
It
a certain way?
It got me smiling. It made me say like, "Ha, Michael Thomas, I hate that
You
guy."
say one of your favorite things to do is get a rise out of somebody on the internet. Like,
Well,
does it make you happy? It's okay.
is
Tell the truth here. I don't care about the year. Right this second, Meek Phil. Does it make you happy when you get a rise out of an athlete?
Not as much as he used to.
Oh my God, it does. Yes, come on.
No,
Come
no,
on.
not as
I
much
think-
as-
I
not as
think-
much as he used to.
I think because you've met like Justin, you've met
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, he's met like Hosmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as much as he used to.
I think now he's kind of like these guys are a lot more normal.
Yeah, like maybe I'm the weird one.
Oh,
Kind of like
oh, wait. Now, wait. Maybe
That would never
you're
be the
weird
case.
one?
That would never be the case, Phil.
Meek Phil's the weird one? No.
Phil, we're the weird ones.
Frank is kind of like that, honestly, too. Where
Well,
Frank
wait,
like talks shit and
look,
then
Frank's a
he'll
fraud.
end up seeing so. Yeah.
Oh,
Frank's
I agree with that.
Frank is throwing the first pitch against the Mets tomorrow.
Tonight.
Really?
Against the Mets.
Yeah.
They're playing the Mets. He's wearing the opposite jersey than playing the Mets. I said
No, I'm with that.
When-
he's such a hater, that kind of plays.
when Justin gave me the dates of like when I was doing my first pitch, one was against the Yankees. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. That'd be brutal.
We can't go like 5 minutes without you bringing up the first pitch.
I should try and make a point every.
How many episodes do we go?
Don't worry, I'm wearing my shoes from the first pitch too.
Nice.
Rankings today is best sports franchises. This is tough. The first one is obviously easy, and Justin gave me the a nice enough thing to be the Yankees because it's the Yankees. The Yankees is number one. We basically said the Yankees hat is basically that you're wearing the American flag now.
As much as I hate him, it is a sick hat. I will say.
If you
it is a great hat.
you see a guy in London wearing a Yankee hat, it's like, oh, that's America.
There's like a Jay-Z line where he's like, I made the Yankee hat more famous than the Yankee can or something. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
It's a good hat.
one. It's a good 1-1. It's a good
All
1-1.
right, Justin, you go.
Am I in
All
this
right.
or no?
Sure.
But we can all be in this.
All right.
Alabama.
Alabama. Alabama is
The
your
two best head coaches of all time, Paul Bear Bryant and Nick Saban, both coached there. Both of them winning, I believe, 6 titles at least each. And I believe they now have 17 titles total. I could be
Saban
wrong.
won one
It's been
at
hard
LSU,
counting
too.
lately. It's been hard counting lately with
Yeah.
them, you know.
Yeah. You son of a bitch. All right, Phil.
Lakers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
All those
loser.
championships that have happened,
Loser.
like recently.
All right, well, let's get Liam's out of the way. 'cause it's
What do you
Celtics.
think? Yeah, Celtics. What do you think it would be?
Celtics is Liam's.
Um,
And what's your second one?
second one. I'll go. Wow, I didn't prepare for this at all. I'll say.
It's insane you're not saying the other
We
one.
can't tell. You're holding it together well.
You're not going to say the Patriots?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I have to. Yeah. But like, I'm not as big as.
How about
Well-
Liam asking if he's a part of it and then did not have any?
Well, yeah, that. Hey, Liam, we'll only do 3 just so we don't hurt you.
I don't. Wait, what are the? I don't even.
He legit can't think of 3 teams right now.
No. I definitely could. I could have some.
Just go with every team you root for.
He can literally just say the Red Sox next. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I was
it's
going to say
fine.
the Red Sox, but then
All right,
like
Liam's
you
got his
said-
3.
All right, Liam's got his 3.
Yeah.
Liam's got his 3.
They're all Boston teams. He's good. We're covered.
Phil?
Give me the Cardinals, second most World Series.
Oh,
and they're
Oh, that's a
God.
sneaky one. That's sneaky.
they're always like in the mix too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't remember a stretch of my life where the Cardinals were like bad, like a consistent period of time.
All right, Justin?
This is tough. Chicago Bulls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls, and
Yeah.
obviously just the Jordan era.
they got to figure it out soon, though. Duke basketball.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
That's a
it
really
is,
good one.
Justin. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna. I want one that I'm not gonna say because they're so boring, and I don't care that they were so good. And that's the Spurs. I don't
Yeah.
want anything to do with the Spurs. Are a great franchise. They're the most boring team ever. To be
I
good.
kind of agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Another one though.
Well, their star player was like, what was his name? The Big Fundamental.
Tim Duncan. Yeah.
Like,
That might be the worst nickname ever.
Yeah, when you're
I
star
gotta love it
players-
though. Like if I was called the Big Fundamental, I would take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tim
like,
Duncan,
it is
first jersey
sick.
ever had.
he
I
was
mean,
like the only.
If you were that good, like yeah.
Yeah,
But
he-
if you were like an average guy, no.
He was like the only guy that like really used the backboard to his advantage.
Yeah, that's like a nickname for like an average white guy.
Yeah.
Like, the big fundamental. Like,
By the way, is this
Suck.
only American sports teams?
no,
I was
do
gonna
whatever.
pick out my
Yeah.
next pick. Damn.
We'll take Phil's then.
Does Phil, you want to go?
No, it's your pick. Wait,
I was just asking in general. I don't have one
No,
like,
it's your-
off the top of
no,
my
go-
head that
no,
I'm
go
thinking
your
What are you
of.
gonna do? Fucking Man U, Phil?
I was gonna say Real Madrid.
Real. Okay.
I don't really
Uh,
follow
Kareem.
soccer. I don't follow soccer like that.
Yeah, I
though.
couldn't really tell
I
you.
don't follow soccer either, but we're talking about the greatest
Oh,
franchise
well, that
in
was
the
it.
world.
Oh, so you're a
I have-
you're cherry picking for the fans to like your draft.
What's the best hockey
have-
team of all time?
Canadians have like 20 something titles.
Yeah, but they haven't a Canadian.
I
They
don't
haven't
think.
won
Yeah,
since
I don't think they
'94.
have.
They haven't won since a Canadian team in general hasn't won since
It's
'94.
basically the Yankees
92,
outside
I'm
of
sorry.
2009.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So,
94,
so,
right? It was
so I
never-
guess the next question is this like just our lifetime? Because I didn't watch the Canadians do anything. I haven't watched.
Yeah, I
much
feel like
hockey at all.
I'm doing more my
I have-
lifetime.
Okay, our lifetime. Our lifetime. Got it.
Yeah.
Wait, who is next?
Me,
You're
I'm
done.
next.
I'm done.
You literally had the best spot in the draft because you just got to list 3 of your favorite teams.
I
Like,
thought it
you-
was 4.
No, we said 3.
All right, never mind.
4. Why did we stop at 4? You might as well do 5. Liam, I'm not meaning to pick on you. I love you.
No. I was gonna flex on all of you, but
now you're gonna flex.
Yeah, he's had time to think about it now. He's ready to.
You know what? Do
No,
one
no,
more.
I
Liam.
went.
Do one more.
No. I was gonna say LSU because I was at the championship in 2019
That's
when they
it.
beat Clemson.
That's why they're the best franchise because you were there.
I don't give a fuck. That was the best team of all time. They covered like 10 weeks in a row. I won.
Hey, I watched
won the
them that
Pat
year.
Hill
too.
Trophy easily.
I watched them that year too. I watched LSU versus Georgia in the SEC championship game that year.
Yeah.
All right, what's your last?
All right, yeah, I got to think of something. I'm gonna be a homer here. Saints. 1 title. 1.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one of the best franchises there is.
The punt return's so sick, or the onside kick, so sick.
You also got. Was it you that got lucky, or was it? Who won that? Oh no, that was bad. That was when the
That was
Vikings-
bad.
Yeah, that was
was
bad. I bet the
bad.
Saints money line that game. That was bad.
We had that, and then we had the game against the Rams, the pass interference call.
Yeah, that's bad.
Where- Yeah, where we would have probably won the game, but
Jared Goff said that wasn't pass interference. Or
you
that
said it wasn't.
it was pass. He said it was pass interference.
Oh, well, I mean,
No,
yeah,
he
the
said
guy-
it wasn't.
The guy tackled him before the ball got there.
Yeah.
I think by the rule.
I think so. I think we got to do a best ball. We got to do a best ball. With
Yes,
the
we have to. We need to do a best ball in here, where it's us 3 in the same lobby, and our teams are being like on the board while we're drafting,
Yes.
so everybody can see.
Yes, we should do that. 100%. Maybe even we can maybe even like try and get a fan in there. Like I'll pay for someone's fan to get in one of
Yeah.
them. Will be
I'll do it. I'll do it too.
yeah. And so your next start is at least it's technically it's in Chicago. That's nice. You don't have to go anywhere.
All Chicago fans, let's not have a brawl in the stands this series.
I feel like
Fighting in
you
the
can't.
stands is not cool.
I feel like you can't. Maybe they can because
Fighting is only cool if you're getting paid to do it.
that is very true. Did you ever have a friend growing up where they were the
Yes.
ones that would go
Yes.
get in a fight at the bar?
Yes, literally my best friend.
It's the worst. And at
Yes.
one point, I'd be like, "Hey, you're on your own now. I can't do it anymore." I can't.
Oh yeah, I was never like he knows like I'm not gonna fight somebody because he's fighting them just
No.
because everyone knows it's like, well, you'll fight anybody, you'll fight for any reason, like
Yes, they can literally say anything. I'm 1-0 in fighting, and that's how it's going to stay. I'm not
Marty,
gonna do-
you would have loved it. I was walking down the street in Hoboken like over the weekend, and some dude just looked at me. He's walking down with his girlfriend. And he's like, "What the fuck did you say?" And I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, "What?"
And
This girl's like probably like 10 feet behind me. And so his girlfriend is like dragging him away. And this guy is just like trying to fight me for legitimately no reason.
Yeah, those are the tough
Yeah,
ones. Where I'm
yeah,
like,
those are
bro,
where
I
they're
don't-
like roided out, whatever. I was just like, I didn't say a single word. I'm
was like,
walking down the street.
you could
the
just
wind
go
pisses
ahead.
him off.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
they just get upset.
Yeah.
And
Phil-
if you do
Phil's
want
a
to
big
watch,
fighter.
I kind of love those guys though, honestly.
I was gonna say if you do want to watch fights this weekend, Rough and Rowdy Friday night.
Yes,
Uh,
Justin, have you ever watched a Rough and Rowdy before?
Yeah, I watched yours.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
And back then?
Yeah, that's the only one I've watched.
Wow, that's
Wow.
huge. That's fantastic. Yeah, 1-0. People forget.
I've seen clips from the other ones. Wasn't there one guy? I forget his name. Yeah, he was like knocking everybody out. He fought a few times.
Bobby
yeah,
Lang.
Yeah, Bobby Lang.
Yeah,
No, everyone go watch that. It's especially you're doing nothing. Have your buddies over. Bet on the fights with yourselves. Oh, blue corner's gonna win. Whatever. We have Mikey Betts. We have a guy who works here. He works for Frank the Tank, and he is. If he loses, he's fired from his job from Barstool. So he's got a big fight this
what
week.
what a work environment.
Yes, it's a fantastic event.
Is there an HR department here?
Yes, we do. I never met them, but
I'm on my last strike. If you wanted to wonder. Yeah.
so there's an
I
HR.
mean, yeah, they've dealt with me. But yeah.
Liam, what do you do?
Don't worry about it.
Because you-
I want to know.
but yeah, that's
what gets you in trouble with HR at Barstool Sports?
Offline.
Okay.
yeah, buy it, hang out with your friends, watch it. Dave, Big Cat, Robbie Fox, and then Nick Tarani's going to be on this one with Roan. There's so many good fights. It's one of the funniest things we put on. It's just absolute chaos in West Virginia, where this is like their Super Bowl. And I've been to a couple events that I didn't fight in. It was very, very fun. So if you're in West Virginia, go. If not, buy it on pay-per-view this Friday. I think it starts at 7. But yeah, make sure you do that. We'll be back. Let's see. Next week, I think you had a day off next week.
We got 2 days off around the White Sox series.
Oh, that's next week? Oh,
That's-
yeah, you have Saturday. Oh, so you have Sunday off.
Weird to have a Sunday off.
So maybe we'll record Sunday.
Yeah, let's plan on that.
All right, sounds good. That's the show. We'll be back next week, and appreciate everybody. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, get us some subscribers, so once the season starts to wrap up, we can start doing some more things when Justin's got more time. And appreciate you. See you guys.
See y'all.